Hello. Welcome to Slice of Pie, Season 3, Episode 5. We've got the whole cast together, which is rare.
Nowadays, yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to start? Do we want to... I guess let's recap what happened last time. Does someone want to do that?
We rescued an emperor.
And then
We shot a bunch of people.
I
that
cut a bunch
worked?
of people in half.
Yeah. We breached the palace. Mirko teleported in.
God,
He cut a guy in half. Yeah.
I shot a bunch of people through a window.
I let Josie.
Josie got shot.
She died.
What?
She
Well-
came back.
What? Also what?
She's not dead. She's just very wounded.
Yeah, she was knocked unconscious basically, and then
She took a
Mirko
bullet
revived her.
for Mirko also.
Yeah.
That's
we
love.
each other so much.
But I mean, also she knew that Mirko could heal him, so it wasn't that much of a sacrifice. And anyway,
Right.
But
yeah. And then Comrade had some issues with being able to hit anyone. And
1 in 3, guys, everybody. 1 in 3.
was that actually what it was?
No, that's a erectile dysfunction check.
Got him.
Vincent demolished the wall of the palace.
Did I? Beautiful.
Yeah.
As I
Yeah.
want to do.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
like, fuck shit up and then saved us all. Actually saved us all.
Yep. And yeah, and then we saved the emperor and his family, right, Eric? We saved the family too, right?
The family's alive.
Mm-hmm.
You only saved the Emperor.
Well, I mean, we killed all the bad guys.
Yeah, technically
So-
we beat them by killing everyone else.
Yes. You dealt with the hostage situation.
And then we got paid. Did you give Vincent the money that we got paid as well?
Better.
Wait,
I
I don't
wrote
think
it down. I don't think I put it in his character sheet.
We
Ow.
did get.
Looking at that right now.
It wasn't a lot of money. Like we
It's just-
already have
what?
more.
50,000.
What's not a lot of money? Okay, that's exactly the minimum I set years ago.
What? 50,000?
Like, I think it was like campaign 8 or 9. I wasn't willing to do work for less than that amount.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I put it in your character sheet.
But I guess that amount would have been for the entire party. But this time we got it each. Got 50,000.
Yeah.
Did I put that in my character sheet?
Where do I even write down monies?
There's gear and then equipment and then credits right there.
Let's see. Credits. 50 grand.
I don't
Cool.
know if I actually put it down, but that's okay.
Do you have written down 692,930?
No.
That's what I have written down, unless you bought stuff.
I have 696,085.
Okay, so you have more than I have written down.
So maybe I did write it down then.
Yeah.
Because he told us at the end of the session. We were all still here when he
Yeah.
told us. So I assume he did.
Yeah, you definitely wrote it down then.
Hell yeah.
Cool. So we need to do goals.
Yeah, let's not forget that this time.
Yeah, it's important to not forget that.
Kill people stylishly. I forgot I wrote that down.
What are your goals?
What was that?
What are your goals for this session?
Uh,
Short-term goals get you 1 experience point, and long-term get you 3. I think that's how it works.
long-term goal, I want me and Mirko to have a weapons business. Short-term goal, I want to steal somebody's credits.
Okay. For the weapons business, it might be useful to break it down into something you can do in 2 sessions
Have
or
workable
3
prototypes
sessions.
of every weapon,
Every weapon? Whoa.
of every good weapon, every gimmick.
That might be feasible considering going to the Phoenix, because they do have a lot of weapons under tier tech
Just
level
the
5.
gimmick weapons, like the maybe not a bomb.
Maybe not a
I mean, yeah, there are people you can talk to in the
Honestly, that's probably going to be like the key seller. So I'll just say that my long-term goal is to get a functional maybe not a bomb.
Okay.
chance of exploding.
Make
Yeah.
sure to write
It
that
will
down.
always look like it's exploding.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure to write that down and then work for it throughout the next couple sessions. Was that just 1 goal, or was that more than 1? That was 2.
Open up his character sheet and have a look.
I have it open. He doesn't have any goals written down.
All right, I'm done right now.
Kit, what are your goals?
Fuck shit up. No.
Because I don't think spread communism is.
I don't think I can type in my goals.
You have to go to the top. There's a pencil that you can push to make it so you can edit them.
Top right.
Find out more about core programming and history. Probably going to change that. Become the ship. I changed that. And I'm changing this one now. I wanted to get Scott and Victor's ideas on it. Since you're all getting the weapons industry, how would you mind like my help to create some more advanced mechs, battle mechs?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, will they
wait,
also be
wait,
communists? Because we are very capitalists.
I can neither confirm nor deny that accusation.
Well, so
Mm,
I like it that you guys are all getting in on this long-term goal, though. This is cool.
Yeah.
I don't think Valentine's gonna be directly a part of it. Because I think she has.
money we're making.
Well, the money I assume is at least partly gonna go towards the ship.
Absolutely.
you know what they
not.
say about assumptions?
They're
When you make
wrong.
assumptions,
You make a
Yeah, I
fool.
don't know what they
yourself
say about
look like a
assumptions,
dick.
but you're asserting
Guys.
that I do.
We really can't talk over each other, or no one gets
Sorry.
understood.
I don't know what they say about assumptions, but you're asserting that I do.
oh, I made
Uh,
myself look like a dick.
Okay. Well. Anyway,
My name's Scott.
I feel like the long-term goal for all of us right now is to destroy the behemoth, even though we're not writing that down in our long-term goals.
Can I be like
But
What's the behemoth again?
the behemoth is the big blob that we fought in that hangar that we had to ignite the gas in order to fight. It was inside the battleship back when we first found it as a derelict.
I thought we blew the shit out of that thing.
Yes, we did, but that was just a baby one. There's many more. It's a big hive mind. It's the Tyranids. It's the Tyranids. It's the Zerg.
It's my version of the Tyranids that I came up with before I knew what the Tyranids were.
Yeah.
But basically, yes, Tyranids.
Yeah. So,
I
yeah.
didn't hear about Tyranids till I told you about this thing.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, the Tyranids.
And
Okay.
I read a bunch about them, like, shit, this is my idea. Where did they steal it from?
They stole it from 20 years ago, whenever the hell they made up with the Terrians.
Listen, all stories are just rehashes of old stories.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like Valentine has a different long-term goal. I mean, getting money from that company will be very useful for us if we can build ourselves a fleet and so on from the money. But I've actually come up with a strategy on how to fight the behemoth. It's just going to take forever to set it all up. So I'm going to have a series of smaller
Behemoth isn't
goals.
here yet, so you're in
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyone else want to say their goals?
Sure. My goals consist of killing people stylishly, aka cutting them in half, but no one needs to know that. Prototyping new weapons for the shop, which will probably eventually change once I have stuff prototyped, and then building the teleport pads is like my long term. Hello, long term.
Okay.
Yes. Those teleport pads are part of Valentine's plan as well.
Cool. And then Valentine, what are your goals?
So I'm going to change one of them because it's outdated because we already saved the Emperor.
Yep.
So one of my goals is still protect the ship's group because that one is a steady gain of XP, and also because she still cares about the ship and the crew. And I feel like that's just part of her character and is always going to be. Helping empower her crewmates to solve problems, I feel like is still something that she's into because it's not enough to protect them. They have to be able to protect themselves at some point. And she's realizing that more and more as we're facing bigger and bigger threats. Like, this is actually really important that they be able to handle problems on their own because she can't be everywhere, right? That's part of being a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And then her other goal, I don't know how much I'm going to talk about it right now on stream because it's such a long plan that I actually feel like would be better if it was like revealed.
Yeah, and you can always break this down and
Yes,
put in a different goal and have.
I will definitely do that, but
This
I
is
don't
just the
wanna...
goals that you want experience points for
But
soon.
just to be clear, the master plan that's going to end up defeating the behemoth, if we ever do that, it's already been thought of.
Nice.
It's just I'm not going to reveal it right now. It's just
Yeah, I want to get to that when we get to that.
Yeah.
Season 4.
Whoever
5 or
finally
something.
does kill the behemoth, though, is going to have to give a cheesy one, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yes, of course, that's part of.
Oh yeah, you've
Like,
got
that's-
months to think of it.
No. You see, like I have to set up these, these short-term goals in order to build up this long-term goal, and like 20 of these 50 long-term goals are really just think of a better one-liner to use at the end. Think of another better one-liner, and just you steadily you go better, and you get the best one really. Right. But for right now though, I think I'm gonna go with start. Well, because we're going to the Phoenix right now, right?
Yeah.
So I'll figure out how to word it in the session, but basically I want to get the ball rolling with the Phoenix to get some of these processes moving because I feel like the Phoenix is the ultimate like science lab for us right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like I want to get these projects started while I get there.
Okay.
And yeah, these might turn out to be like clocks that we start,
Right.
or something like that. But
Cool.
those are my goals.
Okay. Nice. Cool. Shall we start?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we see the ship. Technicolor lights pass it as it goes through real space. and we cut to a section of the ship. We'd seen it before. It's Vincent's room. Vincent,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Well, if I'm in my room, I'm going to be. Fuck. Sorry, I just realized that
Okay.
Damn it.
All right then.
I have to change my long-term goal.
Oh, okay.
I know what I'm doing. I'm working on the virus.
Oh yeah. You're gonna weaponize that zombie mutagen thing.
Because that's a great idea.
Man, I have a lot of long-term goals. That wasn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my office space virus.
Oh yeah, that one.
Like my actual computer virus. Here's what
Right.
Vincent's doing. Vincent has two hands, one on the keyboard, one just swizzing a beaker around.
Right.
Very bad
Okay.
at multitasking. Just looks like I'm doing both.
So, why don't you make a roll for me for this long-term goal?
Which one? Which virus?
The computer virus. Let's say you're typing away at your computer.
So that's a programming check?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot how to hit this button.
You should just be able to hit the button,
Oh, right.
the scale. Oh, you have it in edit mode still.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Gotta click on
Yeah,
that
that's
pencil
that
again.
pencil again.
God. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, this is an int programming role. Okay. Yeah, so that's 2 ticks, I think. If I remember correctly. For your creating your virus.
Mm-hmm.
But while you're doing this, you get a knock on the door.
Oh, no.
Sorry,
Now,
Scott. Before we continue, Scott, do you have a fan on in your room or something?
I have my AC on. Can you hear it?
I hear something. I don't know what it is exactly. If it's like some sound, in your apartment or outside, or if it's the fan or
Here,
AC.
wait. Hold on 1 second.
I can hear it.
Like if you look at Discord, his name flashes every once in a while.
Still hear it?
No, it's good. Seems good for now.
Okay, if you hear it again, just let me know.
So here's someone at the door. I immediately
Yeah.
replace the incredibly top secret programming and put up a screen window that's just porn.
okay. Do you open the door?
Yes,
Okay. Is your
It's on
computer
mute.
facing the door,
absolutely.
or is it away from the door?
What?
Is
Well,
your
that's why I put-
computer
I put the porn on because that's what people will look away from.
okay? So the door slides open, and behind it is Josie.
What?
And I step out quickly.
Okay. She's just, hey, are you,
Hey, what's going on?
you
Don't go in my
busy?
room. What? No. Yes. What is it?
Well, I can come back. It's just, I wanted to talk to you.
I prefer you talk to me now so that you don't disturb me later.
Okay. Are you fasting?
Pardon me?
It's, Tizam Tammuz, I think, today?
Listen. Have I eaten today? No. Is that because I was aware of a holiday? No. I've just been busy. So let's chalk it up to good luck.
Okay,
I'm
well,
devout.
I brought food if you weren't.
Oh,
Should we go to
then
the
I'm not.
dining hall?
Sure. What is happening,
By the way,
Josie?
you're on the Just Bagels, not the Galaxy Bagels.
Okay.
Stellar bagels.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So yeah, she asks you want to go to the dining hall, and then you said something that I didn't catch.
Yeah. What is it that you want? That we can't do right here?
Well, I wanted to talk about Ulf.
Oh. Let's go to
No.
the dining hall.
Yeah.
Somewhere public-ish.
Okay, yeah. So you go to the dining hall, and she sits down with you, and like you've each got a plate of these like purple latkes that she's
Oh,
bought on the planet. Um, and yeah, she's like, "So you showed up. Ulf never really talked about Sowery.
yep.
I knew he was from there, but we didn't talk about it. Um, but then you showed up, and
Right. I did.
that was all he could talk about. Like he really he admired you. I was wondering if you knew about him back then. Like if you could tell me about him. You know,
Right.
tomorrow's the day that she trails off.
I hold her hands and I go, I'm so sorry that there's nothing that we can do to bring Ulf back.
Didn't she
It
kill
is
him?
only it is only a minor pittance that I was able to take vengeance on the assailants for you. What would you like to know?
I don't like this.
I didn't catch a word you just said.
So,
Sorry.
what would you like to know?
Um, what was he like back then?
Well, I knew him somewhat tangentially. I was in all Sawi major peoples, so long as they are able, are forced to join the military. Uh, I was under a tactician class, but for the cyber warfare division. As a result, I held a fairly high office for the time I was in the military, as brief of a stint as that was. Ulf, despite being my elder, did work beneath me. There were a few runs, some rebel groups, some uh, last minute and ultimately futile attempts to repel certain current occupants of Saudi Mariner. He was involved in that. He was involved in a specific operation for some time. One that's given me some recent inspiration. Uh, there was Operation Economic Collapse. We were hoping that because we could not physically repel the invaders, we were hoping to make it financially not viable for them to continue occupying Saudi. Unfortunately, that did not happen in time. But that's how I knew him. He was funny, somewhat witty, bit of a chuckler. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. She, wipes away.
I like to take a handkerchief out my pocket and hand it to her.
She- Yeah, I couldn't hear that.
I like to take a handkerchief out my pocket and hand it to her.
Okay. She takes it, yeah. And dries her eyes. Thanks, Vincent.
Of course. Always remember, the sadness of having a loved one gone is not that they are dead, it is that you miss them. But so long as you keep them alive in your memories, the good bits, that's forever.
And she smiles at that and then takes her leave.
I'm gonna go back to my room and begin panic breathing. Oh shit! Oh, that was so close. Oh Lord. I turned off the porn. Going back to my work.
All right. Cool. Cool. Um, yeah, I think the next couple days pass by. Um, the anniversary of Ult's death comes and goes. Josie's a bit, somber that day, but you eventually make it to the NISA system, and
God damn it, Mirko!
Sorry,
why are you making saves?
What are you doing to me?
Don't worry about it. I'm just testing some stuff.
Yeah, if there's something anyone wants to do, we can do that. But I think
That one scene retroactively made Victor, not Vincent, but Victor, feel really bad about killing Ulf. Like,
yeah,
probably the
killed
worst
her
thing
dad.
I've ever done. Ever.
yeah.
Not only did you kill him, you lied to his daughter.
I killed him via firing squad. I robbed him of all his money, accused a random junkie of killing him, killed that random junkie, and then lied to his daughter.
Upstanding citizen.
And then you've been working with her for a year.
Yeah. Felt no guilt.
And your working partner and best friend is dating
Like,
her.
actually, arguably the closest person I'm off to the ship.
Yep.
I don't even know about it though. That's
No,
funny.
you don't.
Oh.
No
boy.
one knows.
In my defense, I thought I was doing it to save you.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so interesting.
And that's what makes me have no guilt about it.
Um,
By the way, real quick, that gun thing I was talking about last time, I think I have it all worked out. And I think I want to try and build it this session.
okay, I don't remember what it is, but you're welcome to try. Do you want to start that ball rolling, or?
I mean, we're going to be arriving at the
Wait.
Phoenix, so like we're going to have some science labs and stuff like that. Just saying.
Yeah, we can dock at the Phoenix if you want, or we can do it during the trip.
Okay, yeah.
I'd like to have a scene with Mirko if possible.
Go for it.
Hit
When
me up.
yeah, set the scene.
Do you come to me?
Yeah, I'm going to be coming to you.
Alright. Oh, we're on the Just Bagels, right?
Yeah, you're on the Just Bagels. Where is Mirko? Or where does Comrade find Mirko?
In the turret, as always, but this time, instead of writing poetry, I have this weird bound book that I'm drawing in, and I'm making, like, weird lab sketches.
Oh, weird. He has paper.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just making a sci-fi joke.
Oh, whatever. Yes, I'm using paper and graphite. It's weird in this day and
Weird.
age.
Like you're literally doing what I'm doing in this.
Bohemian bastard.
Did you say Bohemian?
I said Bohemian bastard.
Alright.
So yeah, is there even a door to the turret?
I think there's like
It's
a
a ladder, isn't
a
it?
hatch
You go-
Yeah.
so that you don't
It's-
fall down it.
No, it's. I think we described it. It's like the Damn it, I'm not remembering the class of the ship now. The Constellation in Star Citizen.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at images of the turrets in there and how they connect to the rest of the ship, that's the way I've been picturing it.
I think it's a chair that drops down, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you just sit in the chair and then it goes down, and then for the other turret, it goes up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I assume it's now in the down position.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, I guess I'm just going to kind of like stand in the opening of the turret, and I'm not going to knock or anything or say anything. I'm just going to wait until you like eventually see me just standing there.
Oh man. So this is hours. This is hours of me sitting there drawing and going at it while he's just standing there. Because he doesn't breathe. He's not
Nope.
human. So
The only lights that you would see would be just like a kind of like a yellowish glow off the
But
light.
I'll probably have like a headlamp or like little lights around me, so I probably wouldn't even see that.
I mean, I am assuming that he's not like one of those like depictions in the 80s of robots where like they beep every once in a while just randomly.
No,
No, okay.
no, he's a soldier. He needs to hide sometimes.
Okay,
I'm
fair
actually
enough.
really good at hiding. Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Alright, so hours go past and I finally turn around and I'm just like, oh hey comrade.
This unit has heard that you are creating a weapons company.
Wait, would he actually know? Have we told anyone?
I don't think you were very good at keeping a secret.
I mean, we did tell Zeus. Like, day one.
And Zeus tells everyone everything he hears. So he's such a chatterbox, that one.
Alright,
So like,
I know.
Also, you'd be exactly the sort of people that would be like, we're doing something secretive, but we're not going to tell you what we're doing, except it's going to be this really cool thing with a bunch of guns. But, I mean, you didn't pay that much.
I definitely am like sitting in the turret and I like look left and right, even though they're just walls on either side, and I'm just like, you shouldn't know that. Who told?
I mean, yeah, the only people on the ship are you and Josie and Zeus.
Exactly. Especially since I'm like down below, so I got the fucking like I'm in this little column. I'm just like looking around.
Yeah.
Be like, who told you? Because that's a secret thing that might or might not be happening.
This ship has a comparatively small volume compared to others of its class. It was not that difficult to hear.
Alright, I get it. Rumors get around. Probably Zeus, that loudmouth son of a bitch. Anyway, yes, we may or may not be making weapons and stuff. What can I help you with?
As you may or may not be aware, this unit was created in a weapons facility for use in wartime.
Yeah. Alright, so what are you suggesting? Do we get to cut you open and figure out how you tick?
This unit would like to see you try, but this unit is willing to offer any expertise and
Data.
did Victor just disappear?
Yeah, he did.
Yep. He'll come back probably.
His computer probably restarted or something.
I mean, he's still in Discord, so.
Any expertise or potential schematics to create a more advanced combat mech.
Well, as of right now, we're focusing on kind of small-scale weapons, but we might be looking to expand quickly on bigger projects, especially in the personal department. We definitely want our own portfolio to be expanded with things that you can't find anywhere else. So we might be open to this. I have to discuss this with my business associate.
You mean Vincent?
As he says that, I vanish. I teleport to Vincent's chambers.
And you're like, you teleport in, he's just closed the porn. And,
Once he teleports back in, I immediately put the porn back on and spin him out. What's going on? What's happening?
and Mirko's just like breathless, like, we've been found out.
Is that?
Comrade knows.
I'm like, hey, oh, is that Alien Bitches too? I love that one.
No, that's it's yep. She's gonna squirt 5. So
Oh, that one's a pretty good one too. That's pretty good.
it's a
Also,
classic.
Comrade knows about the business.
What do you mean, Comrade knows about the business?
He wants in. He wants to build mechs. And I asked
How?
if we could cut him open, and he said, maybe?
Okay, 1. Can a communist make business?
it's not that the business side of it, it's the potential for mech creation and secret arms that
Mirko,
he might know.
Mirko, my friend.
Yes.
My good friend, listen. Have you considered that we don't know why this communist wants to get involved in our business?
You have a good point.
It's clearly not for the money. So we gotta go there and we gotta ask him, hey, red bastard, what's the deal, comrade? We should both go them. You want to be bad cop or good cop?
I'm usually the dumb one, so I'll be the good cop.
Okay.
I like to imagine by this time I've just walked to Vincent's room and
He,
just
like,
standing
knows.
outside the door.
Yeah. Yeah. The door rings.
No, the door doesn't ring.
Oh, it just opens.
No, I don't open the door. I don't ring it or any kind of.
Oh, you're just there.
I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Okay, you ready to go get
You
him?
guys go. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm good. I'm ready.
Let's go grill this turnip.
This turnip.
Yeah. So you go, leave the room, door slides open, and there's Comrade.
Oh shit! Hello.
Greetings. I trust your business meeting went amicably. Amicably. That's a stupid word. God damn it.
Amicably. That's how you pronounce it.
In French.
But that's how you pronounce it.
Mirko has a question, don't you, Mirko?
Yeah. Conrad, you're a robot, and you like, communism and stuff, and the fucking sickle and hammer and all that good shit. Why do you want to join us, man? Like, what do you gain from joining us?
You offer an intriguing possibility into further understanding. It's been a long ass day, okay? Into further understanding my own construction.
Vincent slams his fist against the frame of the door. You listen here, you bucket of rust buckets. I don't want to hear that nonsense. You're holding on to something. You're not letting us in on the scoop. You gotta tell us what's going on, or things don't get nasty.
I look down at my empty hands. This unit is not holding anything.
All right.
Oh, he thinks he's clever.
All right.
If you ain't square with us, you're gonna be fitting to stuff oranges in your gullet for the next 25 days. So how about you tell us the scoop?
He just kind of cocks. Just kind of cock my head. Just kind of.
Like a dog. Alright, comrade. Just hear me out. I get it. You're from a background and you don't understand it. I feel you there. I come from a background of military punishment and just intense mystery. And, you want to know. You want to know why. But sometimes the truth is bad. And what if it is bad? Are you going to turn on us? What if it turns out you're here to kill us? And then we just armed you with a giant laser cannon that can kill us. Like, that's fucked up. Like, we don't...
Not what if. We both know that's what's really happening. You're trying to raise a robot army so you go to spread communists across the galaxy. And that's going to hurt my personal portfolio. And I don't appreciate that shit.
Yeah, we're not trying to start wars. We're trying to end wars.
This unit already has a laser cannon.
Oh, what?
This unit believes it is known as a shear rifle.
No, I'm talking about
No.
something bigger, deadlier than a shear rifle. But you don't need to know about that. That's still a secret. Shush.
Do you even like or want or need credits?
This unit does not have any need for credits aside of self.
You understand that you step into this business, you step into my church. I am the preacher. I am here to collect on behalf of the Lord because I do not want to see the slum god coming towards me. So I need you to be upfront with me, aside from better understanding. What are you trying to get at? Convince me to help you. Help me, help you, help me, help you.
That's a lot.
Any money that does not go to this unit's upkeep, you can keep.
What's up, partner? I shake his hand.
It's so easy. On one condition, you can join.
Oh, wait, what? Yeah.
Besides that other condition. On two conditions, you can join. One, you give all the extra money to Vincent. Two, you allow me one day, just one day, to look inside you and see how you tick.
Actually, 3 things. The third thing is you don't kill us.
Oh yeah, well there's that too, but that's like a given.
I like to establish it because I feel like there's not a lot.
This
That's
unit
a given.
will agree to 2.5 conditions.
Fuck.
He looks at Mirko.
It's the
Okay,
kill
go.
people thing.
I'll kill one of
I
you.
will grant you. This unit will allow one day for Mirko to look inside me, into this unit, look at Vincent. But if this Vincent comes anywhere close to this unit's core programming or any auxiliary programmings, he will be destroyed.
So I can't touch the OS at all.
Correct.
Can't put in a new wallpaper screensaver.
Correct.
Okay,
I think
I
that's
can
fair.
deal with that.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess you don't ever want to not eat avocados, and I walk into my room.
I like raise an arm and like the micro, the
Monofilament.
monofilament blade just kind of like pops out of the forearm, just kind of like.
Condition three.
Alright, well, on that note, I shake Comrade's hand, even though he probably doesn't put it out. I just grab it and shake it, and then teleport away.
Wait, if you're still shaking my hand, you can teleport me with you?
No, I can't teleport people with me. Not yet. Although that would be good. That would be hilarious. Just teleport you like random
that's
places. Oh, bye, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of issues. I need to fix them. Like every now and then, like pretty frequently, y'all are just like skipping
Yeah,
robotics.
I noticed
and
that it's been worse lately. Yeah.
Don't know why that is.
Is that your connection or is that your computer?
My connection seems to be pretty good.
Have you run speed test?
No, how do I do that again?
Just speed test on that.
Google speed test. Google speed test is pretty good.
We'll speed test on that.
It seems like it's more spiking. It just might be the overall service that you have. They might have a spikage every now and then. Which would
Is-
suck.
Oh, now it's changing. This is 17, 18. Now it's
Megabytes a second. Wait for it to finish. If you're running the speed test, wait for it to finish.
Oh, I didn't realize it did several things.
Yeah, it does a bunch of stuff.
Ping is 11. Download megabytes per second is 18. Upload 13.
Yeah, that's not great,
It
but
should be enough where he's not.
Yeah,
I
it
haven't
should
had
be.
any issues since reloading the page,
It might just be
which is weird because it's all of you, not just Victor.
well, yeah, no, it's either your connection or it's your computer. It's definitely not one of us, because you're the only one that happens with. So
Yeah. It's also the worst person to have it happen to. Well,
Oh,
Scott
Eric.
would also be bad.
yeah, if I was going in and out.
Now it's happening again.
Huh?
Would closing tabs help?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
looking at tabs.
especially if it's your computer. Actually, before you start doing that, Eric,
Yeah.
go hit Control Shift Escape.
Control Shift Escape.
Now,
Oh,
tell
Task
me,
Manager.
yes, is it saying that your CPU is at 100% at any point? Is it like very
All it
high?
says is that I have Discord and Chrome open.
Oh
But
no.
like
More
you can
details.
say,
After you
you can
do
see-
that,
Oh,
go over to performance.
yeah.
performance.
Oh, I should not be showing
What am I looking for? Utilization?
that. Under the performance tab, so at the top there's a bunch of tabs. One says processes, the next says performance.
Yeah, I'm in the performance tab.
So if you're just looking at CPU, memory, all that, does any of it say, like there's percentages by each one? Does any of them
Yeah.
say 100%?
No.
Are they any of them above 75?
One of them's 70.
Which is?
Memory.
Could be slower than that. So you might want to close like a couple tabs.
There are a lot of Holy shit, why are there so many background processes open?
Because PCs. You're probably
Well, like, I have
Oh,
calculator, which isn't even on this.
yes. Windows also runs a lot of background processes. Most of them aren't going to be affecting your computer too much, though.
Sorry to cut in, but Victor, is there like some? Is anyone else getting kind of like any feedback from like?
I am. I hear it.
It's from Victor. It's his sensitive.
Is it? Oh, it's okay. It's the Discord. Is it the Discord?
No.
No.
Hmm.
It's if you don't talk for a while, your mic sensitivity probably automatically goes like way up, and so you can probably
I can just mute myself when I'm not talking.
That's probably the best. Yeah. Ew, fuck Cortana.
I'm gonna have to go through this with my dad and just like figure out what I can get rid of. Oh. There's Windows processes and then there's background processes. If I get rid of all the background processes, is that fine?
No. Some of them are still
No.
important.
Damn.
I wouldn't worry about it too much right now.
Alright.
We could
Yeah.
be going through this for a long time. At the end of the session, we can probably go through it a little bit more
Yeah.
and see.
Yeah.
Hopefully it
Well, it
won't be
seems
too
like-
much of a problem.
For the past few minutes, it's been fine. So
Yeah, it's only happened like once or twice in the past since I brought it up.
right. So yeah. So it seems to be stabilized a little at least.
Okay. Cool. Sorry to butt in. Please continue. Also, can anyone see Kit, or is that just me?
Now
Yeah.
Kit's invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Maybe.
There he is.
I hate
Or,
her
no.
sometimes.
So, back to the show.
Welcome back, everybody.
We interrupt this brief commercial message to bring you.
The
Slice
show.
of Pie, Season 3,
We need a theme
episode
song.
whatever.
Like,
I
if
mean-
someone wants to make a theme song, I would play it at the beginning of every episode.
Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da.
No,
That's
no,
Final
final,
Countdown.
no.
I believe it's taken.
No one ever told you life was gonna be this way. Friends?
Between the
Yeah.
two of you, you just cost us $2,000 in copyright infringement.
Yeah, people will get over it.
No one watches this. That means no one will know that we infringed.
No, but the YouTube has a automatic detector that does that.
Yo, I did not
I don't know.
definitely sing it close enough. And it's actually
Yeah,
after
I know, I
30
know.
seconds. So you can use like
I know.
28 seconds of it before YouTube gets iffy. Also, I still
Yeah.
can't see Kit, so I'm going to refresh.
Actually, before Morduna started, I did like 4 hours of research on music so that I could use it for Molduna, and then I just never used any music.
Well,
Alright, sorry about that.
yeah.
Hey, back to the show.
Back to the show. Were you guys done with your scene, or do we want to get back into that?
I left.
I'm done.
Scott said something that I didn't hear.
I said I left.
Oh, right, yes. I remember what happened.
So they all get inspiration, right?
No, we don't have that in this game.
That
Yeah.
you know of.
Yeah.
We added it.
Sure, add inspiration. There's just no point in time you can actually use it.
Yeah, no. Vincent actually has it once per hour.
Oh, actually, it's been upgraded to once per scene.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the new PDF rulebook. There we go. It's once per scene.
How do I always close this?
Anyway, so yeah, your ship comes in. The Phoenix world ship opens up an enormous hangar. Inside is the battleship Galaxy Bagels.
Stellar bagels.
Stellar Bagels. And then that also opens up a hangar. You know, slide into the two hangars,
Slide into the
dock with your other ship. Yeah. You're, welcomed by the crew as you enter, and Mohan is there to greet you.
Yo, fuck you,
Uh-huh.
Mohan. And I walk.
Well, you could just teleport away. You're not even.
I don't even bother to teleport away. I actually walk away from him.
Who's Mohan again?
Mohan is the Phoenix liaison
He's
on
a
your ship.
Bitch ass mission giver.
Yeah. He's
So
like,
we don't like Mohan.
We don't like.
well, Mirko doesn't. Last time
I
you saw him,
also
he put
don't.
a kick me sign, and then you kicked him.
Right.
I put the kick me sign. He made the bomb.
Oh yeah,
We
put the
both don't
bomb.
like him.
Yeah. For some reason, Mirko and Vincent do not like Mohan.
Wow.
Well, he is order incarnated, and fuck him.
I see like
Oh.
Vincent and Scott.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
I see like Vincent and Scott get all like, this guy, and I just have my, just kind of like looking around at them, and I just have my eye cells or something, just kind of like do a little roll in a perfect circle.
Nice.
So, I guess I step up to Mohan and I say, report.
Report.
And yeah, he salutes you. And is like, all systems are functioning normally, Captain.
All right.
I just realized he's the only one who's ever actually called Val Captain.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Val has like 3 different titles. But yeah. So Mohan's official rank and position aboard the Celebagos and the Phoenix. Remind me.
You're gonna have to repeat that.
No. Mohan's official position and rank aboard the Phoenix and the Stellar Bagels. What is that? It's remind me.
Like the liaison between you and the Phoenix. Like you are a member of the Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
but you're also a member of the organization that runs the Stellar Bagels.
Right.
And he is representing the Phoenix more directly.
Right. What is his rank?
I don't really know
Okay.
because I'm not really familiar with how the Phoenix ranks people.
Okay.
Because it's like
It's just
you
a few
listed out
Japanese.
4 ranks,
Yeah.
but like there's like sub ranks within that, right?
Nope.
He's under you, like
Yes. So I guess that I
He
think
can't
that'll make him.
mutiny and like take command of the ship, but
Mhm.
he's there as like, so this is what the Phoenix would like. He's like to remind you if in case you go too far away from
Uh-huh.
the Phoenix's interests.
Okay. In that case,
He's also technically the boss of all of your crew. Well, most of your crew.
okay. I need you to set up a meeting with the Shogun for me.
I can do that.
All right. Um,
And for
and
Eric, the Shogun's the top guy, right?
yeah,
In charge of the whole. Yeah.
on the entire of the Phoenix. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I will get
And
on that right away.
and Val, for you to remind you, Val is like one tier below. There are multiple.
Shogun?
Yes, there are multiple
right.
people that are of that rank that Val
Yeah.
is. But
Daimyo,
so
is it?
Daimyo, yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's not like she's the second in command or anything,
Right.
but she's one step below. So her asking for a meeting actually might mean that she actually gets a meeting as opposed to like someone who was
Right.
lower ranked who's just like, no, he's too busy. Uh,
Right.
uh,
And you do run one of like the main ships in their fleet.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, set
Yep.
up a meeting
He-
and
Goes off to do that unless you have something else to tell him.
no, I guess that's what I need him to do. I would like to go to the Phoenix's science labs. I don't know if anyone else has something that they need to do, they want to do right now. Well, like I don't want to take up the spotlight right now. If someone else has something they want to do,
I want to start
Right.
building my thing, my gun
Okay.
thing, or try.
A gun thing.
Yes.
For what?
It's a hand cannon that is meant for anti-personnel, but it's non-lethal.
Oh, cool. You also, from last episode, said you wanted to research into Aura's stuff.
yes, that
Aura
too.
Magnus's thing.
Yes.
Just to remind you.
Yeah, I also want to do that. That's like, I figured that would probably
Yeah.
be long-term.
That is a long-term goal, but you have to actually do something for it to
Yeah.
eventually happen. Just to remind you.
No, I know.
Okay, so where do you head off to?
I have.
You've got a whole world at your disposal.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Well, world ship, but yeah.
So I have So I have schematics. I know how it's gonna work in my head, and
Right.
I have actual stats and stuff written down already.
Oh, wow.
I'm ready for this thing. So I want to be able to just try and make it. Like I just want to try and actual manufacture it out of parts that I have access to.
Okay, so you don't even have to go onto the world ship. You can just stay on the Stellar Bagels.
Perfect. Oh wait, if you're on the world ship, how long are we going to be on the world ship for?
Well, it depends on how long it
Bit
takes
of
for.
time.
Yeah. But you're on board the Stellar Bagels. It's because the Stellar Bagels is within the world ship, so you can still do things in the Stellar Bagels.
Well, I was
Yeah.
just thinking if we have this world ship right now, we might as well start researching Aura Magnus's stuff while we have all that access.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could do this. You could do multiple things. I mean, I want to be doing multiple things here too.
Yeah.
So
I'm not just going to be like, you get to do one thing and then we're going to start whatever the next mission is.
All right.
Like, you can start the mission whenever you want. There'll just be consequences, potentially,
So
if you even find out what the mission is.
I will start with my anti-boomy boomy gun.
Okay.
So I want to basically try and prototype or make a first copy, sort of a thing.
All right. So where do you go to do that?
On the Stellar Bagels, I assume I have a lab or something.
you have a workshop and you have a mobile factory.
So I go to
Yeah.
my workshop because I'm.
Well, actually, no.
Okay.
Sorry. The mobile factory is the better version of the workshop. That's what it was.
Right.
So you go to the factory.
Well, wouldn't I? Would I have like a personal workshop though? Wouldn't I? Sort of,
Um,
aka my room.
you have a the larger workshop.
Okay. So I guess I'm in. I'll probably be back and forth between the mobile factory and the workshop. Wait, I can teleport. I'm absolutely teleporting back and forth between the workshop and like the mobile factory, and I'm just like printing stuff, working on it in the workshop, printing stuff, and like going back and forth kind of a thing.
Okay.
I'd like to
Yeah,
also think things are like teleporting with me too, so like just random things are appearing over there and like slowly falling. I teleport back, grab it, teleport back, just like
Yeah.
yeah. No, well, we determined that the mobile factory was the upgraded version of the workshop. So there is a workshop within the factory. It's not just an assembly line.
okay, cool, perfect.
Let me know if you need anything programmed, Mirko.
Not yet. Don't worry. This is pretty manual stuff right now. This thing's gonna be cool. You don't even know about this actually, because I decided I wanted to do this last session.
Yeah. So you're working on this, and I think while you're doing that, one of the people who works in the mobile factory, like, comes up to you. Like, you can ignore him, but he's like watching you work
He's
now.
watching me work.
Yeah.
I throw everything in the air. I turn to him and I teleport turn to him, like right in his
Okay.
face, and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
I I was gonna see if you needed any help.
Nope, get the fuck out. And I turn around, teleport, grab everything.
Okay. Yeah, and he, it's like, okay, and he leaves.
Back to
Cool.
tinkering.
So, what are you gonna roll to work on this thing?
I figured it would
So, what are you
probably.
working on again? The
So,
gun?
so it's not exactly. It's a non-lethal hand cannon type thing. So it wraps around your wrist, and it would work
Yeah.
off of kinetic force. So you basically pump it a bunch to charge it, and then be able to discharge, and it'd be like a shotgun wave of kinetic energy to not kill. I figured it would be kind of like a stun baton where it can't actually kill anyone. It can only suppress them.
All right.
And you can bring.
This is Dresden's rings. Worked in the exact same way that you're describing it. Yeah, Kit knows what I'm talking about.
I got
I was gonna say I have no idea what those are.
yeah. It's from a book series, but anyway.
I figured it would have like a high shock value, low damage value. And then can't kill, and on hit it might have a chance to stun or something, like a very low chance.
Okay.
Just because it's a giant wave of kinetic energy
Yeah.
hitting you. And by stun I mean basically you just lose a turn or like your turn stunted.
Okay. Cool.
There is stun damage, right?
There's shock damage.
Right.
I don't remember if there's stun damage.
No, that's what I mean. Sorry, I forgot it was.
Oh yeah, there's
shock
shock, which is
if you miss and
yeah.
your weapon still has like a higher, if your weapon has higher
If you have
AC
higher
than
armor.
the person, you still do some damage.
Yeah.
So like if I go to swing my sword at someone and they have an AC of 15 or less, I will always do 3 damage to them no matter what.
Yep.
Which is actually dope as fuck, and I didn't even realize that until I was looking all this stuff up. But then, like the stun baton, they just say all the damage that they do can't kill them. It brings them down to 0 hit points, and then 10 minutes
And then
later,
they're stable.
Yeah, they get up with 1 hit point.
Okay. So, what are you gonna roll to make this happen?
So I was figuring I'd roll fix and then intelligence. I mean, it's a 0.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright. God, what the fuck?
Okay.
Well, that was pretty shitty.
So you don't get it this time, but what something bad, you fail. Something bad has happened. What has happened?
It doesn't contain the energy, and it like self explodes off my wrist
Okay.
and kind of just blowing me back.
Yeah.
Is this that scene in Iron Man where you get like thrown into a wall, just like, and there's a
Yes.
robot nearby that pushes a fire extinguisher in your face, like.
Yeah. Yes. Pretty much.
Okay. Cool.
Or me.
All right. Yeah. So you test it out. You get blasted. It's not working so far.
All right.
Let's go to the next person who wants to do something.
I guess I can do what I wanted to do.
Okay.
I'd like to go to some scientists or military, whoever it was that was working on that one bomb we gave the Phoenix a long time ago
Yeah.
that could destroy planets.
Okay. Yeah.
And they had over a year, possibly even like
Look,
2
they have
years.
had a year. Yeah.
At least a year, maybe even 2 years, or like a year and a half or something like
No,
that.
because that was you got to Sedna that week, and then met Ulf,
Yeah,
and then Ulf died
but
within the
then
week.
but we had to, but we gave them the that bomb, and then we went and did the whole like heist thing, taking over
Right?
executive
Yeah. It's
base.
been a year.
So it's been more than a year because we did the year being between executive base and now.
That wasn't a whole year. That was 6 months.
But I thought it was a year.
No, that was 6 months.
Okay, well, okay, and then a year. It's been a year then.
It's been exactly a year.
Okay, so they've had a whole year to study this thing
Yeah.
and try and replicate it and make another. I want to see what kind of progress they've made.
Okay.
Because they have Tech Level 5. I'm pretty sure they can do a good job of this.
Yeah, it's a Tech 5 bomb, and they have Tech 5 equipment. I want to.
I just
What?
want to say, I know the Phoenix probably wouldn't do this, but they could totally go all Empire on this thing.
Like,
Yeah.
have a Death Star?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Keep the local systems in line using fear.
I know.
Yeah.
Create fighter bombers that could just drop these things.
Or leave them in orbit. So yeah, you go to the a science division. No, you have the clearance to go see this thing. They,
Eric, you just roboted very hard.
sorry. I'm sorry. So you go to, the science division section of the world ship. You're met by a scientist. Her name is Dr. Mercutio. And you have the clearance to see this thing. So they bring you to see what they've been doing with it, and he, telling you all about it. Yeah.
I'm basically getting the tour.
Yeah, he's giving you the grand tour of his thing.
All right. So, without needing to roleplay the whole thing, I want to get the bullet point situation here. I mean, it would basically be like Valentine at this point with something so serious. She's gonna be getting the bullet points anyway, as far as the roleplaying goes. So, she'd just be like, okay, but tell me this, this, and this, and this. Let's. Okay, it's very fascinating and all, but come on, let's get to this. The whole idea.
It's okay. Sorry, you gotta
Yeah.
tell me what you said again.
Yeah. Try refreshing again because that seemed to work last time.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you can still talk over Discord though. So,
Yeah.
um, so I basically want to know, like, are they able to replicate this now? Can they have them start not exactly mass producing, but making more?
Yeah, they know how it works and they know how to make more. It takes a lot of stuff to build one.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, what it is it drops from orbit, um, probably slams into an ocean. But as it does so, it releases a bunch of nanobots that um, do some self-replicating, but they spread across the world and essentially shut down all electronics.
That's it. I mean, I was pretty sure that we got the impression that it was going to be an explosion.
Um, so when I described the vision, I assume Mirko had the vision, but it was like air, not airplanes. It was like some spaceship falling, and like crashing into something, and some other stuff.
I got the sense that this is actually like
Inferred
a
that it was an
bomb.
explosion. It's not a bomb. It doesn't explode. It releases um, microscopic robots to disrupt electronic devices.
This is disappointing. Um, could this thing be reprogrammed to target other things?
Well, potentially, we'd have to figure it out.
Okay.
Any sort of energy wave, or you know, we could
Follow
probably
me.
block it.
And I follow me, and I take this lead scientist to another lab because
Okay.
it's the Phoenix. It has massive labs. Anyway, and we go to the lab that is holding the corpse of the behemoth.
Okay.
That we had
He
on the
looks at
Silver
it
Bagels.
probably for the first time. It's like, whoa.
I wanted to be able to target this.
Hmm. Well,
If you need to reprogram things, refigure out how the nanites work, but we need to be able to target this. If it needs to be
well,
broader spectrum, and it has to, like, instead of just targeting this only, it needs to target all flesh, then that's fine too, if that makes it easier for you. But this,
we might be able to, if we can make it. And he, starts going on a scientific technobabble thing, but the idea behind it is if we can prevent its, neurosystem from sending signals properly, we can probably shut it down. We'd have to research how this thing works. We'd need perhaps a live sample um, to study it more properly.
okay.
But they think at the very least they can stop synaptic patterns and neurosystem electronics from
Okay.
functioning, essentially shutting down any biological flesh creature.
Okay, so it wouldn't affect trees, but it would affect this.
Yeah, it would affect anything that sends an electrical signal to do something.
Okay. That's something at least. All right, I want you to look into this. I will see what I can do to get you a live sample, or at least a fresher sample.
Immensely helpful. Thank you.
Coordinate with whoever you need to do this. You have my authority.
All right.
And then I would like. Okay. And then also I like to. Okay, so since we're there at the lab with the behemoth, I'd like to go talk to whoever is in charge of that science lab, and I can bring this other scientist as well. And explain. I'll explain the plan to them. Say, here's what you need to do. I need your help coordinate with them with the scientists so that they can figure out this bomb. But I'd also like to talk to this other person for another project.
Yeah.
Um,
She's happy to answer any questions. You brought her this amazing scientific discovery.
and it's been 6 months that they've had to study this thing.
Yes.
So this has been a long time as well for them.
A bit more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, well, sure, yes, but they've had enough time to really know it as well, if you like.
Yeah.
And I would like to I would like to know if they found a way, like, find what drives it. Do they know specifically what it is after? If there is a way to predict what it is going to want next.
I'm gonna roll a die to see how much they might have learned. They've learned a lot from what they can learn. You did give them a corpse, so they weren't able to study its behavior.
Sure, but I figure that since it's such a massive corpse, it
Yeah.
might, yeah.
So she gives you the rundown. We're not gonna roleplay the whole thing, but what they found was inside of it, there are a lot. I want a better word for a lot, but a lot of many. I mean,
Several,
a lot.
dozens.
There's a slew of different genetic materials and organs and limbs that are just like inside it.
Mhm.
It does not seem to have a consistent set of chromosomes throughout its body. And even organs and limbs sometimes have varying genetic codes within them. They think it might have been, absorbing them into itself and like obtaining it. That might be what it's trying to do. But
Okay, that wasn't exactly what I asked. But also, what you just mentioned though brings me the question of: does that make it more or less susceptible to radiation? Is it weaker or stronger against radiation because it has so much genetic information? Because I know that radiation can do some weird things to chromosomes and stuff like that.
that is a good question that I have not considered, but we'll definitely do fuck ton of research to figure out.
I have a proposal for you as an answer. Assuming that these things can go through space on their own, right? They're their own ship. They're a bioship. Therefore, they would be very resistant to radiation.
Yeah.
Because radiation is so common in space. What is it, Kit?
Yeah.
Considering this is my major,
Oh yeah.
considering I have a degree in this, I would say if they have a bunch of extra DNA, genetic material, that a large portion of that is actually non-coding regions, so that when radiation hits it, it doesn't actually affect anything important.
So, what I just said.
Yeah, but it acts like a buffer.
Okay.
Instead of a vast majority of our DNA actually doesn't code for anything. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just there. So they would have, so they'd be so resistant to radiation because it would literally be like 99% of their DNA just doesn't do jack shit. It's just there, which would make
or it's inert and they don't get activated when they need it.
That too. Epigenetics could work on that.
Which sounds exactly like what the behemoth does anyway, because they take on different forms at different times. So they activate it at will.
Yeah, it looks like they have a hyper advanced form of epigenetic ability that we do not have. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there's your answer, Eric.
Cool. Yeah. I wrote that down, and I'll look into epigenetics because I'm interested in learning more about it.
It's actually super interesting.
Let's not get too
We don't
deep
need that
right-
right now. We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Um,
After the session, we
Yeah.
can. We'll talk about it a lot, I'm sure. But I do have a few more things. So we learned that it's resistance to radiation. Okay. So, all right, that's important to know. But what I had originally asked was, can you tell what it wants? I mean, like we determined that it consumes other life forms.
yeah.
Is there a way to predict? Like, is it just whichever planet has the most life forms, whichever one is the most teeming with life, is the one it's going to go after. You know, like it's not going to go after the barren worlds that are like barely have an atmosphere. It's going to go after the ones that are, you know, true Earth-like planets that have, you know, jungles and.
She doesn't know.
Hmm.
Like she can make guesses and like it'll probably go for the more teeming ones, but that's speculation.
Okay, so
Like there's
I
no
would
way to
like.
know that
Okay, so
unless
you
you
tell me
give
what you.
a live sample.
Right. So okay, you tell me then what you need for you to find this information out, and I will see what I can do to get it for you. Um, but I want it to be a priority for this department to find out what it is that drives this thing and how we can learn where it's going to go and ideally find a way to lure it to different locations. If it has any kind of psychic ability, for instance, that we can tap into as a lure, for instance, that would be great to know.
All right. Yeah.
And,
I think starting off, a live sample would be the best thing. Other than that, I'll look into it.
all right. And so whatever funds and redeployment of resources you have my authority again to do this. All right.
Cool.
So these are clocks, I assume, that will work on or whatever it is. But okay, so just to recap then, of all the things that I have asked for,
Yeah.
the thing I want to know is I want to know about the bomb, how we can make it work on the behemoth, and B, I want to know how we can lure the behemoth to a location. And I guess C is the other thing is the recalibration, the tuning of the bomb so that it can affect the behemoth in some way to whether it like becomes a weapon that can attack all life forms or just the behemoth in particular, something, you know.
Yeah. They will do that.
Okay.
I'll look into it.
Awesome. And then lastly, I think I'm gonna go back to the stellar bagels.
So I think we're gonna see what someone else is doing and
Right.
give someone else a turn and then come
Right.
back to you.
And so my going back to the stellar bagels is the way we transitioned into that.
Yes. Like in a television show where they have the A and B plot.
Right. Well, I teleport. Oh, teleport. I'm listening to Mirko too much. I go back. I go back to Stellar Bagels, and I think I would maybe like the moment I get on board the Stellar Bagels, like get a report of, hey, there was like this concussion that like minor explosion that went off in the factory. Where so I'm gonna go and check it out.
Okay.
It's like, hey, Mirko, what are you doing?
Blowing shit
Well,
up.
so while we're doing that transition, let's go to someone else.
Sure.
Who would like a turn?
Really quick, question. I have
Okay.
unspent skill points. Can I just put them in right now to something?
I think so. Yeah, you have enough time, like downtime, to do that. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, comrade Vincent, what are you up to?
I don't have anything to do. So I'll just be standing in. No, I'm gonna find the nearest recharging port and plug myself in. Just stand up against a wall.
Okay. And Vincent,
Oh shit, there was something else.
Victor.
Oh, you're muted. You muted yourself in roll 20.
I'd like to continue working on. I'd like to work on the other virus.
Okay, the zombie virus.
Yeah, but to do that, who do I know on the ship? Is there anyone of our crew that's actually quite good at biology?
On
Probably-
your crew, I don't believe so.
Because I don't
I mean,
want
I
to
would
work on
imagine
like
we have someone.
I don't want to work on like a hyper deadly bioweapon by Google searching.
Right. There are people on the Phoenix who would maybe know something about this.
My goal is to find a biologist and befriend them.
Also, sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
I'd like to find a biologist and befriend them.
Okay.
At least attempt to.
I can be a biologist if you need me to, Eric.
I'm sorry, what?
I might need you to advise me, but
Okay, I can be a biological advisor.
cool. So yeah, you go to the medical wing of the world ship.
I'd like to, before going there, have gotten several snacks.
Stacks
Snacks.
of snacks. Okay,
Maybe
yeah.
some hard cider.
You're gonna wine and dine them.
I'm gonna do what I do best and be a southern gentleman.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you ask around. Actually, can you give me a roll for that? Because you're not. I mean, like, they kind of know who you are, but you give me like a talk roll or something.
Absolutely.
Then
13.
I need.
No, 4. Fuck! I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay. Yeah, you have once per scene.
Okay. Wait, do my abilities help with this? Once per day, you can recoup.
Ah.
So I have the skill authority.
Yeah.
I get a +1 to skill checks if I use it.
Okay.
Can I use that for my reroll?
Let's look at that.
I just brought it up.
Oh. Once per day, you can make a request from an NPC. So are you requesting that someone tell you where to go?
I'm
Like,
requesting
what I'm saying
someone-
is like,
no. I'm requesting. Oh, are you asking me to find out someone with this?
yeah,
roll?
you are not familiar with the.
Then that's what I'm using it for.
Yeah, but no, that +1 isn't
Okay.
to you, it's to the person you're leading.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the bottom part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not for you. That's for
Okay.
people you lead.
Well, I'm gonna reroll anyway. There we go.
The other part, you can just make a request.
Oh. Wait, what about requests?
You can make a request of an NPC who is not entirely hostile to you to just do something for you.
Without a skill check.
What's his name? The guy I'm openly hostile towards?
You are openly hostile?
The one I
Mohan.
Is Mohan hostile towards me?
No, he's not openly
I'm gonna talk
hostile
to Mohan.
you. Okay.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you find Mohan. He's in his quarters. and I assume you ring the door or something.
Yep, I have 2 cold hard ciders with me.
Okay. Yeah, he opens the door and is like, "Oh shit, lightning!" Uh, there's lightning outside. Um, I'm sorry.
I thought that was him saying that, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I realized after I said it.
That's funny.
Um,
There's also lightning.
he says, "Oh, Vincent, I didn't expect to see you."
No one ever does.
Okay.
I have a request if you would be so kind to indulge me.
Sure. What do you need?
I am looking for a biologist, preferably someone who specializes in microbiology.
Okay.
Do you know anyone on the ship with that skill set?
I don't know them personally, but I can get you in touch with them.
Do you know a room number?
Yeah. Let me just look it up. And he
Beautiful.
goes into his room, and
The
leaves the
instant
door
he turns
open.
around, the can of cider I'm going to hand him, I shake aggressively.
Okay. Yeah. So he goes and sits at his desk, and inside you can see his son is playing with some spaceship toy. And he does like a quick search. He's like, yeah, I have a room. You want it?
Yeah,
And he, rattles off section, whatever.
write down my
room.
compad. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You're a good man, Mohan. I hand him a cider, the one I shook aggressively. And I leave immediately.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that part. I assume you said you handed him the cider that you shook aggressively.
Yeah, and then I leave immediately.
Okay. Yeah, he, um,
We could make a pop song out of all the robotic sounds you do, Eric.
well, we do record it. Someday I'll learn how to do video editing.
I was thinking you
I'll
sound
put
like
it together.
Zemos from Saints Row. Like that's what. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. So you go off to the room in the medical wing, and you're directed to the correct section of the for the office. Vincent, what do you do?
He just froze.
Oh, shit.
So back in the factory.
Actually, I have a scene I want to do with Kit.
All right, do that.
So, Kit, you're charging.
Yes.
Are you asleep when you charge?
Not exactly. It's more like kind of just like keeping most of like the higher functions kind of shut down, but there are background processes. So like, if I notice someone coming towards me, if there's a threat going on in the background, I'll power up the full capability. But
Okay.
I'm just not really doing anything until something might happen to me.
Yeah. So while you're in power down mode, you notice someone's trying to wake you. You don't recognize them.
All right. Do they allow firearms on the Phoenix?
Oh, you're on the Phoenix? I thought you were on the Stellar Bagels.
No,
I assumed you were charging on your own ship.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, yeah, I'm on the So, yeah.
Oh no.
So it's your ship, so you can have firearms.
Okay. Yeah, then I just have my fancy,
Pistol.
yeah, my fancy pistol. I just kind of come back online. Just kind of stand up a little straighter, look at the person.
Okay. Yeah, he startles a bit and like, all right, cool. And he's speaking in Japanese because he's part of the Phoenix. So he's like, so Komrad. We need you to go to maintenance now. You need to fall in line with the rest of the crew. He's just kind of waiting expectantly for you to start moving.
You go first.
I'm sorry?
You go to maintenance first. This unit will follow.
No, you're supposed to follow the other drones. You need to go with them. Shit, are you functioning? And he like goes to like turn you off in like a switch that you may or may not have.
I'm going to draw my pistol and hold it, like right here against his neck.
And he freezes immediately.
This unit would highly suggest that you do not attempt to interact with this unit physically.
And he pulls his hands away slowly and puts them down. And you see he's trying to go to like activate his compad or like walkie-talkie or something.
Can I remind you that Conrad is the head of security on the Stellar Bagels?
Yes.
So I'm just reminding, okay, do you have some authority here to do stuff? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. What is your name, rank, and area of expertise?
I'm Engineer Ronan Balder Hinson. I'm assigned to bring you to maintenance.
And who gave you those orders?
It was Mirko.
Yeah.
It was definitely Mirko.
That would be Head Engineer Rin Wallen.
You are new to the ship, correct? I did not hear a word you just said.
He says, no, I've been with the Phoenix for years.
You are new to the Stellar Bagels, correct?
I've been assigned to bring the automated crew to maintenance.
You hear like a robotic sigh. This
Yeah.
is your first day on the Stellar Bagels, is it not?
First time, yes.
This unit is quite afraid that a prank, as this unit has been aware of it as being called, has been played on you.
I don't
You
follow.
were trying to get the head of security, this unit, to go down to maintenance with the rest of the mechs.
Make a talk roll, but add a +2. You're the head of security.
That is correct.
But you're a drone.
All beings were created equal.
I see.
I reach in like a little side kind of like RoboCop, you know how there's like a little thing in his leg that pops out and he has his gun? Yeah. My leg pops open and I pull out a little pamphlet and I hand it to him.
Okay, yeah, he takes it.
And on it is one second. It is the little red pamphlet, quotations from head of security comrade.
Okay.
It's basically quotations from Chairman Mao, his little red book, and it's just a general overview of communism in the what century is this?
I think it's 33rd.
Communism in the 33rd century.
Okay. Well, yeah, he takes it and is like, I'll flip through it. He turns to leave.
There are meetings every Thursday in the mess hall.
Okay. Yeah, I think you convince him to actually come to it. Like, yeah, you rolled really well.
Woo! It's just me and two mechs, which I have. They don't say anything. They just sit down, and I've managed to get them there.
You lecture at 2 mechs.
That don't understand anything. They're just, shoot this, go there, carry that.
Yeah. This meeting of communism in the 33rd century. Cool. Yeah, and I think that's the scene. And we cut to Vincent, who's outside the doctor's office. On the. Go ahead.
Did I get any idea? I just I would like to use my compad before going there to see what information I can find out about this individual's background and maybe
Okay.
their name.
Yeah. So, if you want to make like a,
The audio broke up. Can you say it again?
an intelligence no roll, to know stuff.
Okay.
So you can figure out their name pretty easily. And you don't have the re-roll because this is like part of the same scene, sort of. But their name is Dr. Sanel Lawrence.
Any idea about what planet she's from?
Probably the Phoenix. Like if she's on the Phoenix, she works for the Phoenix.
But like, where's she from? Where was she born?
Phoenix.
Oh, right. Got you.
World ship Phoenix.
World ship.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, she's a doctor of some micro bullshit. And you're going to talk to her. And you
I stand in front of the door before knocking. I collect myself, and I try to make a significant effort to think of a good lie.
Good what?
Lie.
Okay.
You're very drunk.
Scott, you're not muted.
Wait, hold on. Oh. Oh my god, hold on.
I knock on the door.
Okay, yeah. So you knock on the door.
I-
And she says, "Come in."
I open the door slowly. I go, "Hello."
I work tomorrow.
Yes. Have a seat.
I am
She's
Vincent
typing away at a
Price.
computer.
Oh, you are distracted.
And what seems to be the problem?
Oh, no problem. Just opportunity.
Okay.
Yes.
I spin her chair around.
Yes.
No, she's facing you.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Yeah. No.
My name is Vincent Pricer. I am one of the founding members of the Interstellar Bagels. You may have heard of our feats over the last couple months or so. Uh, I currently, despite my humble appearance, do act as one of the. I don't like bragging. I try to. This is going to sound braggadocious, and I apologize in advance. I am one of the top computer programmers in the sector. Uh,
That's shitty.
Arguably one of the best. And I need my skills frequently, but honestly, there's a project
Why?
that is being conducted currently for which, as many simulations as I could run, I need the correct and proper data to input it.
But unlike
And as it is of a biological nature, I was hoping to recruit your expertise.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
Vincent Pricer.
Very good. And what do you need?
Well,
When I'm gonna visit you,
as of late,
you're on
there
the
have
phone.
been incidents, moments in which I closed the door.
Okay. And she's watching you now.
Strange attacks of a biological nature seem to be happening more frequently on different islands, whether it be mutants or disease.
No, I
Uh, We've come across. I say we've. Let me be honest. What is your Is there a nickname I can call you that's a bit more comfortable to help the conversation move along quicker?
Dr. Lawrence is fine.
Okay, doctor. Well, doc, I'm afraid that I have come into contact with some
Oh no.
top secret information. And I'd like to talk about this delicately, just so I know whether or not it's something that I can reveal to you. Because your expertise is desperately needed, but I need to be able to be assured that your silence is something that I can be relied. You see, the nature through which I speak of this project is that I have uncovered files of a particular government trying to weaponize a particular virus that seems to hold a grip on a particular environment.
Alright. Bye. Love you.
You're talking about cordyceps.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So you actually might not be talking about cordyceps.
What do you mean?
Hello.
So she is implying there's another planet that is that fits the description that you're talking about that actually is a bit more in the news. It's on Luthien. It's called Gerada. It's part of the Empire. And she has made the assumption that you were talking about cordyceps, which is essentially brought in the planet to a quarantine. But you're actually talking about Ziggy Kirla, which is in Bulo.
Then I'm
She's
gonna
not under
lean.
quarantine.
I'm gonna lean in. Wait, it's not under quarantine.
No, it's not.
Why?
They have it under control.
I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna go Zigakira.
Yes, the zombies.
We've already had an incident in which mutant soldiers took over an entire planet, toppling a monarchy within a few months.
Yes.
There is talk that someone is trying to genetically engineer this virus to create a more, for lack of a better word, elite version of the zombies. Imagine a population suddenly infected to become hyper-aggressive warriors in a campaign.
And you think some clandestine organization is trying to do that?
Not think. I know. Now, can I do kind of like a woo flashback? I'd like to
Sure.
create a fake government file that implicates the what's the Phoenix's top enemy government?
So The Phoenix doesn't have any direct enemies, but the largest rival would be the Empire.
That implicates that the Empire is trying to figure out, not through like complicated things, more like through like as if I intercepted emails between top government officials working on the project.
Okay.
Something simple like that, easy to make. Should I
Okay.
make a programming check for that?
Yes, with charisma.
Oh,
We're trying to
oh,
convince her of this thing.
that's valid.
And I'm gonna. Is there like an insight roll? Or would that just be no? You got a 14. I think she's gonna make a notice. Uh, whoops. I'm gonna give her just a +0. Okay.
She can fuck right off.
Yeah, so you give her this document, and she, skims it. All right.
Now,
And you need me to do what?
So, I need to know as much about my. Here's my planning. We have no idea to what effect they intend to build and spread this. Now, we can't possibly know how they've genetically engineered the virus to make it more aggressive, but what we can know is what way they intend to best utilize the spread of the virus. They're probably going to make it more aggressive, multiply faster. What I need help with is to figure out how they would do such a thing, so that we can then maybe create a counteragent to that spreading. If I can collect enough data via understand, if we can create a replica of that kind of virus, a sample, I can now have that data and input it into my programs to better indicate how fast such a virus would spread, so that we can share that information with several world governments to make sure that should this weapon ever be used, it can be kept under control.
You want me to help you develop countermeasures?
Absolutely.
Well, I think this is a very serious thing, and I'm sorry that I was disrespectful to you earlier. If you can give me samples, and I can work on it right away.
Keeping in mind, this can't get out. Beyond you, no one else knows this, not even my own crew members, and that is because I do not want this information accidentally falling into the hands of the Empire. This information is valuable. Lesser men than me would try to sell such a thing, should they catch wind of it.
You're gonna have to make another roll to convince her of that. This time it's talk.
I'm not good at talk. I got a 0.
Don't you get a charisma bonus?
I do have charisma, but the last 2 ones didn't go well. I don't know why I suddenly got bad at talking. Hey!
Okay. So she will go along with this, but you need to give her something more.
Dual credit on the research paper?
What?
There's gonna be a. I'll offer her to publish the research paper and put her name on it first. So, like,
Perhaps.
Dr. Liz, with assistance from Vincent Pfizer.
It's Dr. Sanel Lawrence.
Dr. Sanel Lawrence, assistance from Vincent Pfizer, abstract methodology, all that.
I think for now she's gonna just go with what you're doing, and then later I will
Figure out what she
come
wants.
back to you with what she wants from you.
Lovely. I will arrange to have a very well protected vial of the virus sent to your room.
Very well. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Thank you for being a patriot.
It's funny because you're both from different. You're an Imperial.
Am I?
Well, Technically.
I'm pretty sure what I am is a
You're
business.
anti-imperial, but you're an imperial citizen.
Yeah, but also I'm Vincent Pricer.
Right.
That goes before country and government.
See, you're anti-imperialist. That's what communists are. Anti-imperialists.
I'm also anti-communism and also anti-cap. I am pro-meat.
Anything that benefits Vincent, good.
If it doesn't benefit Vincent, bad.
All right. So we cut from that. We go to the workshop, and Al, gets to the workshop. Mirko is, against a wall.
Hey, Mirko, wake up.
Yeah. What up?
What are you doing here?
Building. That's all I got.
What?
I kind of stare off in the distance a little bit. I'm like, what?
Okay, I like to look at the things that are, around and try and figure out what he's building.
Okay. Do you want to make a notice roll?
Do I get to, like,
Okay.
make a roll against it?
No.
I think you don't have any time to like hide anything.
I would like to think I did everything not everything, but my notes and stuff are in cryptic format. Cryptic. They're poems. Oh, hell. Yes, he knows nothing.
All right.
So I think what happened is the blast basically destroyed everything he was working on.
Okay. I mean, a
So
little
he was
snake
doing
eyes.
something, and then an explosion happened. It was probably his fault.
Mhm. Yeah, I rolled the worst roll you could roll.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. So, anyways, I guess I just go back and say, hey, was this one of your psychic grenades?
I kind of just look around a little bit, and I look down. I'm like, was what one of my psychic grenades?
You know, that, and I like point at like the black soot on your face or whatever it is. Like, you look like a cartoon chemistry teacher, right? Like you got the hair going all over the place. You got the black, there's a silhouette of you on the wall, like.
I kind of look at, like, the imprint on the wall and everything. I'm like, wait, what happened?
What's your name?
Chavez? Right? Maybe?
All right, you're fine. Okay, yeah, you're fine. You clearly not missing any memories. All right.
Obama. As he's,
Alright.
like, kind of looking at me, I definitely just stand up and start walking out. Like, aimlessly.
Yeah.
No
You've
doubt.
got a bit of wobble to your step.
Oh, hell yes. Knock over a few things, too.
Yeah, you crash into something.
Okay. Well. Anyway, how about that meeting, Eric?
Yeah, I think Mohan has gotten you an audience with the Shogun. Do you want this to be just the Shogun, or is this like
No, I think
a
it's
meeting of like all the daimyos and the Shogun?
no, just the Shogun. I think if someone else needs to be brought into this, we can do that.
Okay.
But to start off,
Yeah. Who is the Shogun?
Me.
I mean, I like to imagine that you go to the meeting place and there's just Mirko in the Shogun's clothing, and it's like, where did the Shogun go?
It'll
But
happen.
who
It'll
is
happen one day.
actually the Shogun?
Yeah. I don't
You've
know
thought
who.
about. Do you have like a name, or should I just come up with one? Or are they
Um,
just the Shogun?
we can just keep it as the Shogun for now. We can come up with a
Okay.
name later. I think that like. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like I've referred to it Shogun as a he before, but it could be whatever gender. Doesn't matter. Uh,
Right.
It's comrade.
Are we gonna go down the line now? We're gonna say it's Vincent. Like, come on, let's get this joke out of the way.
Zeus. Zeus is the Shogun all along.
Dun dun dun. Okay.
But yeah,
I
where
don't
do
know.
you meet the Shogun? And
It's aboard the
honestly, I've
Phoenix.
never thought of the Shogun.
Yeah, I'd say it's aboard the Phoenix.
Right.
Maybe it's like there's like some.
Would this be like a meeting
What's
room
the
or like
word? No, no,
a
no.
garden, maybe? Does the Shogun have a personal garden just for them?
Probably does have a personal garden. However, I was thinking more something along the lines of um. I'm blanking on the name of what the room would be called. Like a lounge, I guess. Like because like I'm sure the Shogun has their own like the Stellar Bagels has captain's quarters, right?
Yeah.
The captain's quarters for the Phoenix would be the Shogun's personal quarters, and it's like it's
They have like
larger.
a suite.
Yeah, more than a suite. It's a freaking ship the size of a city. It's probably
So they
it's
like
like
maybe have a whole house.
it's a
of
penthouse
space.
kind of sort of
Yeah.
situation, right? Like,
Yeah.
and
Oh, they've got like a manor, maybe. It's like in the ship. There's
Mhm.
just a manor. And
I mean,
a garden and like a whole like
I'm
thing to make it seem like you're outside.
not quite like that. I wasn't thinking.
Uh,
It's more cyberpunk than that, but yeah.
Something like that.
But there's a lounge in there, and that's where we meet. And I think of it as like the lighting is like it seems like a setting sun kind of light quality, and it's maybe like it used to be that these lights would be able to produce something that would seem like midday, like a perfect replica of sunlight, right?
Yeah.
Like these lights used to be able to shine really, because right now, as it is in Earth right now, Tech Level 3 that we are in real life, we can't quite 100% replicate sunlight. We can kind of trick the eye. We can make camera tricks in movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we're not quite there where we can replicate sunlight to make it look 100%. And so, like, this light used to be able to do that perfectly, and now it's
degraded.
It's degraded. Now it's a setting sun kind of situation, and that's what's coming in through the windows.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the scene, like these long shadows in this very clean, somewhat dark room with these like comfortable leather, or like maybe even like nano cushions kind of thing. Like they're made out of this like like whatever the foam, like it forms around your body, but it's nanites the whole way.
Yeah.
It's like this super intricate high-tech thing for like doing basically nothing, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where we're at. And I guess I guess Valentine would sit there and wait for the Shogun to speak first.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a voice. I'll just use my own voice for now.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Yeah. So, what brings you here?
I thought it was about time that we would speak of the plans for the future and my concerns regarding the behemoth threat, as well as the matter of my own status as daimyo.
Very well.
So, and I guess I would have like a report ready, maybe on like a compad that I could pass over to him,
Yeah.
as like, here's what I've done with the sciences since I got on board, and like, you know, just an explanation of the projects I got started,
Right.
and my goals with them, so we don't have to go over it again.
Of course.
And you know, my intentions here is like, I would want these projects to have top priority, so long as the behemoth threat remains present. I think you would agree that it is far greater than anything currently human in origin.
Yes. And we have been talking with Oscar. He's informed us that they are indeed coming. And soon.
How is he doing, by the way?
Better. He
He'll
has
live?
care adequate to his unique physiology. Felicity knows her genetics and psionics.
And she remains under surveillance.
Yes.
Okay.
She won't be going anywhere, doing anything that we don't agree with.
Okay. Then there is... Well, okay. So then I'd like him and Oscar to be brought in particular to the project with trying to find a way to lure the behemoth to a location. He may have some insights into that.
Of course.
It would be strategically valuable to be able to do that.
Indeed.
And furthermore, I'd like to talk to you about obtaining my own personal strike team from the Phoenix. I need a team of people who are skilled in combat, preferably 50 members, who would be first and foremost answerable to me, so that I could have, in emergencies, ability to strike at multiple locations. As it is right now, it's whenever we need to go planet side, it's always me and my team in one location at one point. I can foresee many possible futures where we would need to hit multiple locations at once, and my team can only be in one place at one time, even with our teleportation abilities.
A smirk. It's interesting that you bring up a strike team. I've had talks with some of the other daimyos, and we think that this is a very good idea. Additionally, we have a special project we'd like you to work on to bolster this strike team. Oscar has informed us that there are special psychics in the sector, 6 of them. About 1 in every 1,000,000 psychics has the potential to grow beyond that of any other. And he has located one.
Where?
On Sothis, below us.
All
They're
right.
untraceable by conventional means. They're untrained, but at least not conventionally. But they are immensely powerful, though we've yet to meet one.
The two psychics are just pointing to themselves. I was like, no, guys.
I can
Um,
sense them. I can kill them.
Alright, well,
I know what you're talking about. Unleashed psychics.
We're hoping to make contact with the first one.
so you need me and my team to go down there.
We'd
Yeah.
like you to.
They're
Sure.
so dangerous.
All right. Okay. Since we're here, I can get them ready, and we'll go down. So
Okay. I think that's the scene.
yeah,
Or
I
is
mean, just the details of the strike team. I actually thought about this quite a bit, and I know
Okay.
like what the composition of it and so on.
Yeah, I think
It's just
we can
I get
talk
a
more
general approval.
specifically about
Yeah,
that.
but I get
like
I get that
just
approval.
you and me,
Yeah.
or like with the rest of the group. But like we don't have to do that on stream. I think.
Yeah. Okay. Because I want a team on the Stiller Bagels for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Ugh.
So that means we have a quest.
Yes, you played really well into it too.
I figured I would.
So yeah, if there's anything anyone wants to do before you start the quest, now is the time.
But like we got a bunch of people here that are running these long-term clocks, and that's kind of what we're doing. So
Yeah. I mean, if we want to do like this episode
Is the
Yeah.
doctor married?
You actually don't know.
I'm going to try to romance her.
Okay.
Is
I'll
that a
write that-
programming check?
I think you have like had your conversation with her already, and she's like,
Right, but there's Space Tinder, so could I program Space Tinder to work on my behalf?
Space Tinders.
I think you just know that she's not on Space Tinder. I mean, there's some
Just-
sort of.
just make her married and then say no, okay? Like, just
First of all,
I don't know. I like
marriage
where
was
this is
only-
going,
I
but
only-
like later.
I only asked about marriage because that would be an
I didn't catch that last bit.
Victor, now you.
Marriage would have just been an obstacle.
I think you might be able to find out next session.
Whatever works to keep her quiet.
So if there's nothing anyone wants to do, I think
Can I take another shot at making my boomy boomy hand cannon?
you can definitely try.
Alright. Fucking.
And then I guess we'll start the mission.
Fuck.
No, that's a minor success. You get a tick.
Yes. Yes.
so the prototype you just made doesn't work, but you learn something that allows you to make another one later down the road.
Doesn't quite blow up.
Yes. The scientific method is improving your design as you have figured out how to not blow up.
Yes.
You're a step in the right direction.
Hell.
5 more steps.
Fuck. Alright.
All right, cool. So you get back into the Just Bagels, the Stellar Bagels won't be able to actually make it to the surface where you need to go because you're actually going underground.
Well, anyway, I don't know that the battleship can even land.
I don't think it can. Pretty sure it
So,
doesn't have atmospheric configuration.
yeah. Yeah, we could get that, but I don't think we ever will.
Probably not. Yeah, you get into the Just Bagels with your team, and you know, the bay doors open, and then the other bay doors open, and then you go down to the planet. It's a barren world with this bit of haze over it, not too dissimilar. But you know, it's a different color and less. You know, fly over this cape until you find the only feature, which is these two beams that cross in an arc over a several kilometer wide hole in the ground. You know, Zeus brings the ship over the hole and begins its descent. Not too far down to the docks of New Venus City on Sothis. You would know that Sothis is, you know, relatively new habited world, though it doesn't have any food or air to breathe. Though it is, I think, the second largest population in the sector at 3.5 billion, all concentrated in this one area.
Take level 4.
It is tech level 4.
Okay.
And yeah, they are digging a hole. There's been a gold rush of sorts. Yeah, you know, dock with this. There's like a extending thing, like in airports, that meets your docking hatch, and opens to the tube that you walk through. Once you get into the actual like port, you're met by a customs agent who very haphazardly leads you through customs and, you know, reminds you to always have a breathing mask on at all times.
And I walk through without a mask.
Right, and he's, you know, concerned, but it's your funeral.
I just walk through, just like
It
robot.
just
Did not hear a word you just said.
it's just a formality that he tells you this. He doesn't really care.
It's for his insurance, really.
Yeah, it's just so that he's not liable for your death.
I hold my breath and I walk through. I'm just kidding.
Also, Zeus stays on the. Well, no, he does have a. No, he stays on the ship. He's been in spacesuits before. He doesn't want to do it again.
Even though he has his own custom one now.
Yeah, he'll come with you.
Yes.
Yeah, meh.
Can I hold his hand?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. This is Curious George right now. That's what it's going on. Like, you got the holding hand thing.
I mean, yeah. And also, as far as anyone's concerned, he's, you know, an alien. They're not like, oh, it's a weird monkey that's walking around. Why can it speak? It's like, no, this is an alien. It's an extraterrestrial.
The best part is, I'm holding his hand, not for him, but for me.
Technically, everyone is extraterrestrial because Terra. Yeah, but
Terra's been lost. Yeah.
Behemoth is Terra. This game's actually one big metaphor about how humans destroy everything they land on. Boom. Dialogue.
I mean, that actually is the case, though. Like, the game already is a big metaphor about it, but anyway. The companion game to Stars Without Number is Other Dust, and it takes place on Earth in the same setting.
Whoa, got him.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you do?
So, did they give us like information on where we could find this individual? Oscar, point us in the right direction.
Um.
Can I have
Yeah.
knowledge
Knowledge. What?
about yeah? So, just out of character, real quick. From
Yeah.
my understanding of psychics and kind of what I think you're going for, this is an untrained psychic, which means they unlock their potential, but instead of going crazy, they kind of didn't, and they have
Yeah.
some control. So, like, from my understanding of them, they're usually hermits, and they don't live in societies. So,
True.
as also my character being part of the whole like military training of intense psychics, seeing them go through that, do you think I would have knowledge of that?
Of what?
The untapped psychics and like kind of their mentality of like hermiting.
Yeah. Why don't you make a psychic roll?
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. That's awkward. Can I make a psychic roll? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Should work just like a skill.
Would it?
Skill wisdom bonus.
Oh, would it be based off of my teleportation?
Yeah. Just use the whatever the best psychic is.
Based off of wisdom. Got it. Boom. Wow, that was actually
Okay.
a pretty shitty roll.
It's a success. So like, you do learn something. So, what are you trying to find out?
Basically, what I like previous knowledge of like how they act and how to kind of like being ready for someone who's going to be kind of mentally unstable and not want to exactly join a crew.
Right.
So I can-
Yeah, you have some knowledge of that. You actually have some firsthand experience, I think, because after you escaped, you were on the run for a while and didn't really have access to your medicine.
Oh my god, that's true. Did we
Might understand.
did we
What?
discuss if I'm still taking my medicine or not?
We've not. Are you?
We'll talk about that after. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so like basically the whole point of me doing this is to warn the crew what we're about to walk into.
Yeah. So, they might be completely unhinged. They might have complete control of their powers and not have any limits on how many times they can use it. They might also have no control over their powers and be able to use it as much as they want also.
AKA, they might be able to blow us up with their minds.
Yeah, they might, go all Akira pre becoming a giant mutant thing. Or they might be just like someone hidden in society with complete control.
Yeah. They wouldn't want to be found, also.
Probably not. They either would like. So, knowing that this is like a heavily populated place, they're probably not crazy, or at least they are away enough that their, tantrums won't kill people, or they've already killed people and they'd be all on the news.
There's our first lead if we don't have knowledge of exactly where he is.
If they use their powers anywhere within my sense radius,
Yeah.
I'll find them.
Okay. I'll read up on that. Yeah. Where do you go? What do you do?
I will look to Val after telling her basically everything we just talked about. and see if she has any commanding lead.
Well, were we pointed again? I could go back to the same question.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
Oscar?
Um, so let me think a bit. They are they're down, like they're a worker. They're a laborer, not like an aristocrat or like a craftsman of any sort. They are in danger just by doing their job.
What do you mean? Because the job is dangerous, or because they might get found out?
Because the job is dangerous. They work somewhere in like the drilling portion. I neglected to tell you that the crossbars at the top of the hole, in between them is a giant rod that goes down the hole, and it is rotating.
So they're drilling into the planet.
They're actively drilling into the planet, and this person is somewhere near that.
Do we know what they're drilling for? Is this a mine? Is this a quarry? What is this? What's the brochure?
Brochure is untold riches abound, down in the mines.
Okay, and then what is the Phoenix dossier?
The Phoenix, actually roll a no.
Damn it. It can't be a notice.
No, because you wouldn't see it. You would know it already.
Do you get any kind of modifiers?
No.
Alright. 7.
Okay. Now I gotta find the thing that says what it is and then give you a hint.
Galactic jellies. That good old Soylent Green.
Soylent Green is people.
So they are trying to go down as far as they can because it's something deep in the planet. It might be unique to this planet, but it's something.
So there's a gold rush. There's some mineral, something.
Yeah, there's some thing that they can only get like at like the center or near the center. This planet is actually pretty small, and the gravity is a lot lower than what you're used to, and they don't have grav generators everywhere, so it's sometimes disorienting to walk in the lower gravity.
So, I take it Mirko and Zeus are like jumping up and down and going really high.
Yeah.
All right, having fun. All right. I guess I would. I mean, since we know that they work there, I head in that direction. See if we can find someone who's in charge. We have a name for this person, right?
No. They're unlisted. They never went to the academy, so there's no like official record of them being a psychic.
Okay. How does Oscar know that they're here?
Psychic bullshit.
He senses them.
Yes.
Senses. There's a disturbance in the force, and
there's a disturbance in the force. They are here, and he is connected with them a little bit.
Okay.
See the midichlorians.
He is Patrick Stewart in Logan, where he like was talking to that girl before they met her. Okay.
Sure, I haven't seen that yet, but
Ooh, that's a
I
great
need
movie.
to. I know. I need to watch it.
Wait, which
Uh,
movie again?
Logan.
Logan.
I kind of watched it. I was like half paying attention.
Don't spoil it. Um, yeah, he did that, I think.
Hmm. Okay. So. Yeah, we'll head in that direction, see what we see. I think we're going to play this one by ear and kind of react to some things as they come up.
Okay. Makes sense. I'm not exactly giving you a lot to work with. Okay. Scott, you look like you want to talk.
We should ask around about possible psychic outbreaks or bad things that has happened that seem kind of like unnatural. So like a drilling part fell off of something, but no one knows how.
I think before we start making plans, we should see what the situation is even like.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, that's every situation we're in, so like that's not new.
Exactly. Dangerous. Because the
It is
more
dangerous.
knowledge we have, we could just jump in.
The more you know, Rainbow.
Knowledge is power.
Yeah, I just need to get some knowledge.
Hell yeah.
So, you begin your trek. You try and find a way down. And while you're, navigating through the crowds of the upper levels, I want Comrade to make a notice roll.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. I'm gonna roll against you.
Oh,
Oh,
All right.
wrecked.
So, yeah, you're the security guy. You're on alert. And you think you like see that someone is once you get a whiff of that, looks like it wasn't anything. It was probably just a coincidence that they were going in the same direction.
say all that again.
So you catch like a whiff that maybe someone's following you, but just as you like start to notice it, you're like, oh, maybe they're just like they go a different way and you don't see them again, and you're like, oh, well, maybe it was just a coincidence. Yeah, and
We didn't give up our guns on this planet, did we?
No. Guns are allowed.
Just in case, I'm going to get my shear rifle ready.
Okay. It will, like, you might not be able to bring any like big stuff into like, the mines proper, but anything here. Vincent, I want you also to make a notice roll for a different reason.
Me?
Vincent.
Okay.
Vincent, you're Victor, you're muted.
You're gonna have to beat a 4.
Wow.
As a expert, that's going to be very difficult.
Wait, Victor. Oh, I was like, he froze.
No.
Oh, he has such great timing.
So, is this a psychic friendly place?
Yes.
Cool.
This
Like,
is not Skata.
I was gonna say, if I start teleporting, is a bunch of police gonna show up and try and kill me again?
No. Like, someone might take notice, but they also might not care.
But how might people react to an unregistered psychic? How would they, you know?
Unless they knew that they were unregistered, probably not too poorly. Like, it's not like you're wearing tattoos that say, I am a psychic.
Sure.
I'm
Well, maybe
At least
Mirko
not
is.
on this world.
Mirko probably has one.
Well, I was just gonna say, I'm definitely like popping
Yes.
around. Like, you know when a child goes into a store and they're like going from stand to stand, like running back and forth?
Yeah.
I'm like that, just teleporting from like just thing to thing while sticking in a radius around the group.
Right. Victor, are you back with us? Oh, you rolled. Good.
I think we have to refresh.
Oh,
I'm,
do we?
I'm refreshing right now to see if it brings him back. Okay,
Yeah. There we go. So you while you're walking, there's a kid that bumps into you and tries to take some of your stuff.
What's the legal status of this place?
What do you mean? Legal status
Like-
of what?
Are there like official governing bodies, police, things like that?
Yes, so the place is owned by a company called the Terra Prime Combine. They have ownership of the planet, all the equipment, any rights that go along with it, and all the contracts for the workers.
Right, but as far as like,
Possibly even some of the workers.
who governs these people, like if something happened to someone, if someone was robbed, who would you go to?
A foreman or like a
Corporate security?
And so we're in a factory right now, and
So you're
Or you
just
walk
like
in
in
the
a
streets.
marketplace, sort of.
so in this marketplace, if I'm being robbed, who can I call?
Um, I mean, there are some enforcers.
There are enforcers.
Yeah.
I grab the kid and point a gun at him,
Okay.
like in his mouth.
Yeah. The kid, freaks out and, drops whatever they tried to take from you.
I'm gonna bend down and look him in the eyes.
Yeah.
Listen, son. 3 fucking things,
Oh,
right? 1. I am Vincent fucking Pricer. You remember that name for the rest of your life. 2. The only reason you don't have a bullet in both your legs so that you gotta crawl home to mommy to explain what happened is I don't actually know what the legal situation of this planet is. And 3, and this is the important one, the next time you rob someone who isn't me, make sure there's a distraction first. Otherwise, you're gonna get shot. Nod your head if you understand what I'm saying.
I
Cool.
didn't catch that last bit.
Nod your head if you understand what I'm saying, chap.
They slowly nod.
Cool. I'm gonna take a bullet out and hand it to him. And I want you to hold on to this. And remember, if I ever see you again, I'm going to take that off of you and put it in your skull.
They look at it for a bit and then run as far away from you as they can.
I love kids.
Cool.
So malleable.
There's the on the top of the screen on the corner that says Valentine will remember that. All right. All right.
Yeah. So you find your way to an elevator that'll get you down further, lower levels. And yeah, you make your way down. There's some pleasant music. But you can barely hear it over the rumbling of the giant drill. You make it down to as far as this elevator goes. And I guess I should mention the city is somewhat like inside the side, and then a lot of it is scaffolding and buildings that are built coming out of the side, kind of like barnacles on a boat.
Of the hole.
Of the hole, yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and as you actually go in the elevator, you're, if you have like magnet boots, the floor magnetizes to keep you on, and if you don't, like Zeus doesn't, you actually float to the top of the elevator.
And that's
Well-
why I hold his
My
hand.
feet are magnets.
And Zeus has thumbs on his feet, so like he can hold
Yeah,
on.
he grabs the side, so he doesn't actually go to the top, but he's floating for a bit.
Wait, I'm holding his hand. He's like a
Yeah.
little balloon.
Yeah.
it's pretty great.
Yeah, and the elevator opens, and you're, shunted out into these like workers living slash, office slash, mining storage place. What do you do?
Every person I see, I teleport to their face and say, "Are you a psychic?" and then go to the next person before they answer.
Okay.
Is Josie with us?
Yeah, I think so.
Just to clarify.
Just face palming in the corner.
Yeah, she's been with you for years. She knows you do this. But yes. She's been like, that's not gonna help, Mirko.
I'd like to look for a foreman or something, or whatever the term is for whoever's in charge of the digging.
Yeah, that'd be a foreman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Is
mean,
there anything else happening?
unless someone has any other ideas of where to find people, I mean, like,
Teleport
I think-
to the landscapes and
I mean, you can go through the door-to-door, Mirko, but like, I think maybe Vincent might have some ideas of how to find an employee that we don't have a picture or a name for.
Oh, I might be able to ask around.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to use Connect.
Okay. So you've got like a connection on Sothis then.
Yeah. And I would like
Cool.
to describe that connection after the roll, if possible.
Yes.
Is this
That
intelligence?
makes the most sense. Depends. I think it's charisma. I mean, if you can argue an intelligence, then
Here's what my thinking is. I find that kid.
oh, okay,
I make him tell me.
yeah. So you followed the kid?
So I said I gave him a bullet.
Yeah.
It's
I
really
gave him a
And
tracking
then if you
device.
ever saw him again, it would go in his head.
Yeah, and it was a tracking device.
Okay, that's perfect.
the kid is actually the psychic. Oh my god.
Yeah. So you activate your tracker. The kid is not too far away around the hole. It's pretty easy to find. You do notice that it's a lot louder down here because of the grinding.
Right?
Um,
I want to sneak around where the kid's going to go and then pop out and suddenly go, "Hey, kid, want to make some money?"
So you do that. They're, running home or something. You don't know where they're actually going, but you find a route and you just pop out. They see you. They recognize you because of how much of an impact you've made on them. And they just shriek. If they weren't muffled by their, breather, um, you know, it would, ear-piercing screams.
I just go, not today, not today. Today is a free pass, right?
And they're just like shaking in terror.
I can put 50, 100 credits into your personal bank account. Do you have a bank account? Say yes or no. Nod your head. Yes or no. No. I can put 50 credits into your mom's account.
He just went down.
Okay.
If you do me a little favor.
I mean, yeah, they're still, terrified, but they're willing to work.
Beautiful.
You did get a 13.
Valentine.
Yes.
I found someone who could help us.
Yeah, you definitely recognize this kid.
Yeah. All right.
Now you go talk to this nice lady.
They are frozen in fear, just waiting for whatever's going to happen.
Okay. I ask Vincent to give us a little space.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And then I go to the kid and I say, "What's your name?"
I didn't get that far.
Ollie. His name's Ollie.
Hold on.
I don't think you want this
Hi.
kid to be shooting you through the back with an arrow, okay? Don't name him Ollie.
That'd be so fitting.
Then I'd have to hang him and there'd be a whole thing. Like a resurrection, there'd be a red priest. It'd be weird.
So yeah, they like just squeak out Toddy.
Okay. Toddy. He, and we're talking about Vincent, can be mean. Very mean sometimes. I need your help to find someone here. Someone who we think is in danger. Can you do that for me?
They nod.
Okay. We're looking for people with MES. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Do you know someone here who has MES who might be on their own? They might keep to themselves. Maybe they're very powerful or very scary.
Make a luck save.
Luck? What the fuck, luck?
Should be at the top of your character sheet.
I know, it's just luck.
I mean, you're asking a random kid. I probably should have given you a bonus. Yeah, they know someone that fits that description.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I know someone real scary.
It's me.
This has been the joke the entire session. It's been either Mirko or Comrade saying, "It was me. It's me." They're like, "No, guys, not everything is about you."
It's me.
Yeah. Do you know their name? What people call them?
Pain.
Pain? Hain?
Pain with a C.
No, cane.
Like sugar cane?
Um, they both nod and shake their head. It's like, yeah, what? They don't know what a sugar cane
No, no,
is.
no. I'm asking you because you keep cutting out on my
Oh,
like cane, like a pole that you walk with. Is that
I guess.
okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pronounced that way, sure.
Yes. That's all.
Or is it Cain like CAIN as in
No,
evil and
I
Cain?
just need to
It's
know how to
pronounced that way.
pronounce. Yes, thank you. That's all I needed. Because I thought you said Hain for a second with an H, and I was like, what? And you kept cutting out on the C, so I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it's with the C.
Got it.
Okay. Can you take me to this person? Okay. Lead the way.
Okay, and they um, take you through uh, some tunnels that are in the side of the hole, and actually bring you up a bit, not so far down, and you through like a residential area where like people are milling about, in pain and waiting for their shifts. Um,
Uh, can I point out that this is probably the first time that Valentine's actually felt somewhat comfortable on a planet? Like, it's got cramped, confined areas. It has all these tunnels going all over the place. It has all this technology and all this, like, parts and machinery all over the place. And it has all this, like, weird altering gravity. It's basically like she's on a spaceship, which is where she's comfortable anyway. So,
yeah.
all these,
I'll
like,
write it down.
blue sky planets that have these, rolling fields and grass. Oh, that's so unnatural and weird to her.
Yeah. Um, yeah. They eventually bring you to like an opium den, I guess, is the closest thing. It's like a place where people can relax and like take some drugs and not feel so shitty about their horrible, shitty lives at the bottom of this hole. And it's got like in red neon on it, Dampier. I think we're gonna stop there. I think because I'm really tired and don't know how this is gonna go next and want some time to prepare.
Great. I gotta go to work at 6.
All
Yeah.
right, so I'm gonna just say,
Fuck.
I just want to quickly say that Valentine is gonna make sure that the kid still has his bullet on him, so we can track him, find him again if we need to.
Yeah.
And she's gonna give him some credits. We can determine the amount later, but like a good amount of credits for a kid who's
50.
living in a place like this.
Yeah.
Right.
50.
What I don't know. I don't know how much people make here, but like
Almost nothing.
50
Okay,
credits.
so 50 credits would be pretty
Yeah,
good.
these people live in horrid squalor at the bottom of a deep hole.
Okay. Um, I give him 50, and I say to him, "We might need you again. Would you be willing to work with us again? I'll pay you a good amount again."
Yeah. So yeah, you give them the money and they're like, starting to smile. It's like, yeah, this is not so bad.
Uh huh.
They gave me money. And like, yeah, I
Okay, but
can do that.
don't show people this. You have this money. They'll try and take it from you, just like you tried to take money from my friend over here.
I
Okay, be
load my
careful.
gun in front of him
Right.
and put it in my pocket.
Yeah. So be careful with this. All right. Go. Be safe.
Yeah, they head off into the tubes.
Hmm.
And then, yeah, we're gonna cut it here so that I can prepare.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were gonna come at this from a different angle, but you know,
Uh-huh. Well,
I like this.
yeah.
I like this a lot.
I get to see Valentine interact with children, which is very different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. Should I put a point in one of my goals because I did the whole virus thing?
Um. Yeah. Let's do goals now. Uh, so yeah, Victor, let's do your goals. I'm just opening up your character sheet. Work the
Yeah,
office
since
virus and normal virus. Yeah, you've definitely got some work done on that. I'm actually going to give a tick because that represents, actually finding someone to start working on this. Yeah. Um, did you steal someone's credits?
I did not.
And also, you're allowed to have a third goal.
Oh, I'll edit
Um,
that later for the Mirko bomb making thing.
okay. Cool. Um, Kit.
Okay. I'm gonna head out, guys. Have a good
All
night.
right.
See
me
you.
Night.
too. See you.
So,
I tried to spread communism,
yes, you did. Take a experience for that.
and that's a level up.
Nice. Did you find more about core programming and history?
I did not, but
Were you really 1 XP away from leveling?
Mm-hmm.
what?
You were 1 XP away from leveling.
It's very frustrating.
You have no idea when everyone else leveled up, and I was one away.
Yeah.
But I also worked with Mirko. I got an agreement with him to help create advanced mechs.
Okay, yeah, you have like a contract sort of. I'll give it to you.
So is that another one?
Yeah, take another experience point.
I mean,
How
you came
many
up with 3 conditions, so that's very solid. Yeah.
Don't kill
Yeah.
us.
All right, Mirko.
I didn't kill anyone, sad face. I did not build teleporter pads. I did blow up a prototype for a weapon.
You did definitely take a XP for that.
Hell yeah.
And Valentine.
Okay.
Did you protect the ship and its crew?
I was working on projects that might do that, but like getting the strike team and stuff like that. But I don't know that.
I think that facilitates it, but I don't think it is it.
Yeah. So yeah, not this time.
Did you start long-term projects on the Phoenix/Stellar Bagels?
I think I started 3, at least, maybe 4.
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
All right, so take XP for that.
Uh-huh.
And did you help empower your crewmates to solve problems?
I think I was trying to. I was trying to find out what Mirko was doing, even if he was resistant. I was trying to help Vincent use the kid to find where the psychic was. And I suspect this kid is going to come up again.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really feel like you empowered.
I could go either way on this one. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
not
it was
quite
worth
this session.
experience.
Okay. So just one.
Like, Vincent started getting the ball rolling, and then you. I remember someone asking you to help at some point recently. It might have been Mirko.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna switch the middle goal there for another one because I started the project. That was the goal.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna switch it to something else now. It might
that
be
makes sense.
it might be to complete the mission more than it will be to continue the projects because we're now in the middle of the mission.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
uh,
And do other people want to change their goals?
I'm good for now.
I'm good for now too.
Okay. Yeah, this was a good episode, I think.
All right.
It was interesting because I was thinking about. I don't know if any of you watched the Adventure Zone. I was thinking about doing more of a interlude episode because we just did a mission. We'll do like a bit of an interlude, and then we'll do another mission. And then I didn't really have anything planned for the interlude.
But we
but
did.
then it happened.
Yeah.
It was most of the episode. Just like
Yeah.
the last 20 minutes was the actual mission.
Yeah, no, that was. I had all these ideas. I mean, I still have more details I want to talk to you about.
Yeah. We can do that after the stream.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything else for the stream?
I need to tell people where to find me. And you guys can do that as well if you want.
Find him on atypical underscore games. Did I fuck that up?
Nope, it's atypical_games on Twitter and Twitch. And you can find me there. And also, I'm starting another thing. We don't advertise, so if you advertise our show on your Twitter using the hashtag #sliceofpie, all one word, then you'll be put into a raffle for naming of characters. This is something that another stream does, and it works well for them. If anyone sees this and watches the end of the video, you can be put into this raffle by advertising out our show. You only get put in once, and you can only be named after one character. But yeah, there are a lot of characters, and I will try and make it a character that will be important. But I have no control over that.
We do kill a lot of random people.
Yep. And sometimes just ignore them, and sometimes just like, yep, you're nothing to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the stream.
All right.
Good job, everyone.
See ya.
Boy.
Good session.